Hey, my name is Micah Collins, and in this video, I'm just going to show you the 3 things you can do today to help bring in more customers to your business. Most likely you're sitting there and asking yourself, why would I be doing this and what's in it for me? But the answer is oftentimes in the world of the internet, most local business owners are simply too busy running their businesses to learn how the internet can benefit them and their company. And sometimes the only hesitation, they have to hiring someone is they don't know who is an expert on it. Now, I've found that by giving this free attack plan of actual things they can do to impact their business for free, it has resulted in some of those local business owners still raising their hands at the end and saying, hey, you know what? I like you. Can you do all this for me? So if by the end of this video you liked what you've heard, and you can see I have a lot of tricks up my sleeve that can help your business, just shoot me a message and we can chat. Or if at the end of this video you want to take this free attack plan I gave you and do it yourself, that works for me too. So now let me show you the 3 things that will set your company above your competition and not waste any more of your time or mine. So the first thing I want to tackle is content. And I'll be completely honest, the content you have on this website is overall pretty good. There is a lot of content. I think it's about 900 words of content on this website, which is not bad. Ideally, you would want 1,500 words, but it's not a hard fact. Your competition actually has less than you. Competition that's taking all of the calls in Tulsa area for plumbing, but they have 500 words. But the catch is they have more what's called keyword density. So they have more keywords per amount of words that they have. And that is one way that they are beating you. So for instance, if we do one of your keywords that you would be ranked for is Tulsa plumbers, which has about 400 searches a month, giving them a lot of calls, right? You do not, we can hit Control F, Tulsa Plumber, there is nothing on your website that says Tulsa Plumber. But on their website, it's right here in the H1, in the first title tag right there. So what you would want to do is go through and put all the main keywords, and I'll show you where I find the keywords here in a sec. All right, so this is the little tool I use. It's called Ahrefs. It runs at about a couple $100 a month. So you can go get this if you want. There's actually free ones out there. If you want to use that, that's all good too. I just prefer this one. And here I can scroll down, and this is your competitor. This is WilliamsPlumbing.com. They have Plumbers Tulsa. They're in the second position. Tulsa Plumber, they're also in the second position. Tulsa Plumbers, they're in the second position. And these are getting, search volumes of 700 a month, 350 a month, 400 a month, 250 a month. Just crazy numbers, right? If you look at their website in total, they're getting 2.1 thousand searches. 2.1 thousand people on their website. You can imagine how many calls that translates to. If we go to your website, you are only getting 133 organic traffic right here. Only getting 133 people on your website, so quite a bit less. If we go to your keywords, what you're getting found for is mostly your business name and a lot of like smaller searches, right? Tulsa sewer cleaning, Manford plumber, it's decent. You get 60. Commercial sewer drain cleaning service, that's not local. We go down. Oh, there's a good one. Plumber Sand Springs. You're in the 16th spot. So all the good keywords you aren't getting found for, and all the mediocre ones you are near the top on those. So that's something I would do is just go through your website, go through, find all the keywords that you want, and place them naturally in the content here. And you can even right click and click Save As, and it'll show what it's been saved as, and you can optimize it that way. So check this out. If I type in Plumbers Tulsa, which we remember, right? How much was that searched a month? Plumbers Tulsa volume is 700 a month. This gets searched 700 times a month. This one word alone. We go down here, the first thing that pops up is the ads. Now, statistically, only about 20% of people go for the ads. It can help, but you got to have a higher budget and you really want to make sure that your website is ready to handle it, that it's high converting type of a website to be able to take in those. Otherwise, you're just throwing money to Google and Google's just, taking all of it because they like to do that. All right, second thing we want to look at is the map pack right here. And this gets quite a large percent. It varies from every industry, but on plumbing, it's quite high. It can be 60 to 70% of all searches go right here, right whenever they look. So we have Williams, again, they're just rocking it. Half Moon and Acts of Service. If we look at Williams Plumbing, one of the first things you see is their name, their address, and the phone number. And that is what we call the NAP or the NAP. And this builds trust in Google's eyes whenever it's across the internet the exact same way. Your number, your address, and your phone number are consistent across every website online. You say, what kind of websites are you talking about? It's called directories. So, like you probably know of BBB, Yelp, Yext, CityStar. Well, you got to have a lot of those, or actually technically more than your competitor has, of Google Places, Yahoo Local, local.com, Yelp, Merchant Circle, Switchboard, Yellowbook, Matchpoint. You want to have more of those directories than your competition does and have them consistent across all platforms. What we do is we actually go through everything that your competitor has. We would pull up Williams Plumbing in an app called White Spark, and it will show us every single directory that they have. That way we can go in there and take every single one of those for yourself. All right, scrolling to the next place on here is the organic. This top position right here can get 30 to 40% of the searches just in the first spot. So it's very high quality spot, to get. It can get, 20 to 40. It just depends on the industry and the town. It always varies, but it gets quite a bit too. Ideally, you would want top map pack and top here. So you might be wondering, well, how do I get in the top of organic? If I know that citations get me in the top of the map pack, how do I get in the top of the organic? And that all comes to what we call backlinks. Okay. Right here, you have 373 backlinks. Your competition here at Williams, that's getting all the traffic, they're at 448 backlinks. But you have to look at it more than just backlink to backlink, as the more you have, the better you'll be. It also depends on the quality of the backlink. See, if you have a website like Pizza Hut voting to your site, well, that doesn't really matter to Google, right? It's a pizza place. But if you have another plumbing company that's really respected, or some type of supply company or a blog or anything like that pointing to your website, then Google sees it as more valuable and puts more weight on it, therefore giving you authority, getting you on the top on plumbing in Tulsa. So that is pretty much about backlinks. You might be wondering, how do you get these backlinks? Well, what we do is we use what we call the copycat method, where we just go through here and we literally just look at the links that they have. We just click on them and get them. So we just go down here to, I don't know, anywhere like this, expertise.com, and go get that link for you and just copy it, because we know if we get every single link that they have and a little bit more, then we know that we'll beat them. So once again, we went over number one is content. You want to have the right keywords, not just the most content, which that's good, but you want to have the most keyword density of the search terms that people are actually looking for, not just your brand name, not just, you know, certain little things, but you want the big ones like plumbers, Tulsa plumbers, searches like that. People are looking up all the time for people like you. Also, number two is citations, because we want to get that map pack up there. We want more authority in the map pack from Google. So we want to have 200 to 300 of those citations, those directories put on our site to give us more power. And also, number three, backlinks, or what we call link juice also. You need more relevant sites pointing to you guys to show Google that you are the authority in plumbing, and therefore they can put you on the top. And if you implement these strategies today, you can 100% be number one across Google. So I bet you're wondering, what now? Well, you can either go with this information I provided with you and go do this on your own, and I'm totally cool with that. However, if you want the fastest and most effective route, you can just give me a call at 918-260-1694. Again, my name's Micah Collins, and that number is 918-260-1694. I look forward to hearing from you, and I hope you have a great day.